back to
What up?
Spirits of the U-shaped cow.
Spirits of the U-shaped.
Yeah, we still have a round
We're still
table.
around a round table.
We have a round table in front of our U-shaped couch.
As far as they know, we're around a black table.
Yeah, we still have the round table to the...
It's black.
I know.
We have a table to the right of us, but we've decided to be comfy and sit on the couch instead.
Listen.
Yeah, because that's what we do. We're comfy bobes.
One day we'll film more, you know? Like, it's just not right now.
Yeah, and this...
We're being consistent with getting you recordings.
What's that blocks on your porch?
What blocks?
Box.
What box?
On your front porch.
Oh, it's my Ganesh box. That's where I put the money for the
Your Ganesh?
my yard guy.
Chocolate Ganesh?
Ganache? No, it's a Ganesh. It's got the Ganesh. It's Ganeshes on the front of it.
Oh.
I keep it outside to put the money in for my yard guy.
What's
it's
happening?
Your chocolate
right
guy?
I don't know.
What's happening?
He's asking questions.
He noticed that when he went to get his mint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a little
I've learned to pick up
it's a box.
the in-betweens.
That's why I put the money in for the yard guy.
That's funny.
Yeah. So welcome back to the Spirits of the Round Table.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
We missed y'all.
You may have noticed that we have a brand new intro. This is our first one with our new intro.
We think you love it, and we hope you do. But if you don't, sorry.
We
made it ourselves.
well,
we had a night.
KK made it.
We had a night around the U-shaped couch.
Yeah.
And we discussed what we wanted the. I'm looking at Tyler because he wasn't here. So when I said we discussed what we wanted it to be, he wasn't here, so he didn't.
How many times have we
he
been
didn't
like,
get to
hey,
give
we're
his
gonna do
input.
this. You want to come? He's like, I may come. And then like last minute, he's like, yeah, probably not. So, you know.
But Tyler does agree that it's a good one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's okay. It's okay that we made it without him. But I won't do it again.
Oh, just play. It's fine.
So yeah, I had my little MIDI controller hooked up to my laptop, and we sat there and we thought about what the vibe was, and
Kaylin just made it away.
And Jacob had a great time with a MIDI controller. Let me tell you.
I was going wiki wiki woo.
Yeah, there's like a part to it that you can like change the tone. So he was having a grand old time.
Yeah, it's real fun. Makes you want to put your hair behind you and say,
ooh. Ooh. Okay. How was everybody's week?
Wonderful. How was yours?
Good.
It was all right.
It was long.
I'm just
it was
like
a long week.
I'm over July. I'm just over it.
You're ready for August, aren't you?
August?
Mm-hmm.
Is it August?
Yeah.
Yeah, August.
For your birthday?
Yeah.
We're all ready for your birthday. I'm ready for October after that.
I'm ready for that as well, mostly. That.
Yeah.
Tyler's like, screw you all.
No, it's fine. It's whatever.
Me and Tyler both.
I am ready for October, though. I'm ready for fall.
Yeah.
Fall's my
Fall
favorite.
break.
This heat is hot.
I'm ready for fall break.
And it's not
School hasn't even started yet.
I'm counting down fall break.
That better?
Yeah.
That's actually usually very true.
That's accurate. I'm ready for next summer.
I'm ready for it because...
Because it's his birthday.
No, I'm ready for October.
Oh,
because we're going to Scotland.
We're going to Scotland, and we're gonna lick.
He's gonna lick a bunch of Scots.
Oh my god!
He's gonna get arrested.
Scottish people.
You
I'm gonna wander off accidentally.
Accidentally,
quote, unquote.
yeah. It'll be all right. Maybe we'll all wander off.
Well, Jacob will be distracted licking, so I'll be fine.
I'm not really gonna be licking. Okay, maybe some ice cream.
It's a state of mind for him.
I'm always licking.
We are gonna record a podcast while we're there.
Yeah.
Just because it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we won't have all of our equipment, but we'll figure out some way to make it.
Yeah.
To make it sound good.
Because we do have to fly there.
Yeah, and we do have to fly.
Wait, what? We do?
We're flying there?
That's crazy.
Well,
that's crazy.
I thought we were going to take a ship.
That'd be fun.
I thought we were going to film the podcast on the plane.
You could take a ship. However, we chose not to.
That'd be fun. It'd be long and fun.
I would.
You don't think it'd be fun?
I would be.
How long would
day
it be?
number 3 on the ship with no land in sight? Because
Like
it
2
takes
weeks.
a few days to get there. I would hate it.
Okay. I mean, I think
It would really take 2 weeks.
It takes a minute.
Yeah, it'd take
1
like
minute?
2 weeks.
Yeah, so my friend Allison did it, and like she did it from Italy back to New York, and it was probably about a 9-day transatlantic.
Just on the water?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
That's absurd.
So tonight's topic is it's about time and history.
History.
Yeah, so like when you think about time, you think of something that's linear and that, you know, there's no what would we question about time? I mean,
There's not enough of it.
I question everything about everything.
You do?
You do.
Yeah.
What do you think about time? What's your
I think that time is a construct of our imaginations that they told us when we were young. And then they said that, oh, it's time, but it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Time doesn't exist. That is, I mean.
Well, I mean, it does exist.
Does it though?
Well, I mean, the sun goes down and it gets dark.
That's all we know.
And years pass. But and days pass and hours pass.
I mean,
minutes
yeah,
pass.
I feel like that's how we keep track of like a day cycle, but like,
Is that
What is
also like how we keep track of
I mean, it's how we keep track of
Like,
time, but like, is that
history and like
supposedly?
Wait, so if time doesn't exist, how do you age?
maybe it's I don't know. Those are questions that I don't have answers for.
Who do I
today.
have to ask?
Jesus.
I would say time
Jesus.
exists. It's the way we keep up with time
Yeah.
is the construct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, because there's been, different calendars, different time systems, all that stuff
Right.
throughout history. So,
Which is what we're talking about today. So, I wanted to give a little bit of a background to what we're talking about, and then we're going to talk about one specific hypothesis. Okay? So, throughout history, governments and religions, institutions have used time to control the calendars, right? And the perception of time as a source of authority.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the difference is that these examples that we're going to talk about here, some of them are written in history. So you would think that is like the end all be all,
Yeah.
right? It's in a history book, right? So,
I don't, because I question everything.
ooh, okay. All right. So how are some ways they've controlled time, history, and information? So they control the calendar, which controls society. So for most of history, people couldn't independently determine what time it was. You know,
Right.
like without somebody telling you it's Easter,
mm-hmm.
how do we know?
Yeah, that's
You know?
true.
Right.
So they didn't know what day it was. They didn't know when the festivals occurred, when taxes were due, when wars could begin. So institutions that controlled this, they controlled the rhythm of society. So like the church.
There's such a big word that you keep saying over and over and over again.
Control.
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 Such a big word.
Yeah. So in like medieval Europe, the church would control the feast days and the holy days, fasting periods, and like tell you when Easter is and stuff like that. So entire economies revolved around these dates. So if the church announced Easter later or earlier, it affected trade, farming, travel. So that's how
Wow.
it would affect economies. So a couple of examples. Julius Caesar used time as a political tool. So before the Julian calendar, Roman priests occasionally manipulated the calendar by adding or omitting days.
Assholes.
So to do this, like they could extend a politician's term, shorten an opponent's term.
And that's a common practice throughout like different societies.
That's
all
what I've
over the
seen.
I kind of wish we
like
could do that now,
researching.
though, shortening the opponent's term.
They would be like, hey, it's actually this day, or like the year's been this long. And I always thought that was interesting because you'd be like, well, people would know. But really, like if you think about it, if you have no calendar, and you don't have a normal calendar in front of you. You're not literally you don't have anything where you're counting down days. So like it just kind of becomes jumbled, and people go about their business, and people would get 50, 60 days or, multiple weeks extra in power, which I always thought was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy.
So because they did this, because they manipulated it, time drifted out of sync with the seasons. Because the seasons, which is what we've talked about, is what determines the time of the year, right?
Yes.
Like, we know right now, Sirius is at the top near the sun. It's the dog days of summer. It's the summertime because of where Sirius is, right?
Right.
Sirius Black.
So when Julius Caesar introduced the Julian calendar in 46 BC, one of the goals was to stop this abuse by standardizing timekeeping. So we'll talk more about that in just a second. But many ancient civilizations didn't number years the way that we did. So instead of like year 1, year 2, it would be of king whoever, right? So if a king wanted to appear more legitimate, he might manipulate those records. So you can think like ancient Egypt, Babylon, Assyria. These all have examples of where rulers would exaggerate the reign of length, the omitted rivals, claim divine succession, stuff like that. So it was political history writing.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, there is a practice that the Romans had where they purposely erased disgraceful emperors from public memory. It's called damnatio memoriae.
Oh, I thought you were
Something
gonna say,
like that.
Your Latin is so good.
I thought you were going to say,
Thanks.
what would you say again?
Damnatio memoriae.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Dematio Memoratio.
That'd be a good spell. So they would literally remove statues, remove names from statues. They would scratch off things off the monuments. They would destroy portraits, all kinds of stuff. So they weren't really changing time itself. They were just changing history. But if future generations didn't know that someone existed, it was almost as if they never lived.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they wanted it that way if their emperors were crappy,
Doesn't they most
Memory
are?
control, scholarly memory control. This has also happened in Soviet history. So this is one of the most clearest modern examples. Joseph Stalin, history books were repeatedly rewritten. Political rivals disappeared from photographs, encyclopedias. Famous photos literally had people just airbrushed out, just taking them out.
Crazy.
Like a bad aunt at a wedding.
Yeah.
Bad ad at a wedding. Come here, Muriel.
A body with the face cut out of it.
Yeah. Sometimes events were rewritten only a few years later after they happened. So they were changing what future generations believed about the past, even within those short amount of years.
So exhausting. That is so exhausting because it's, oh my God.
Oh, after the French Revolution, they attempted to erase Christian influence on the calendar. So they created new months, new weekdays, new holidays. So weeks became 10 days long instead of 7. The goal wasn't to be accurate with astronomy.
Yeah.
But it was an ideological transformation. So
what a hippie thing. It's a thought process.
Well, I mean, they tried to redefine the calendar to redefine the culture, but that only lasted for 10, 12 years.
That's the one thing. You can't fight the astrology behind it. You really can't. We go around the sun.
Right.
It takes 365 days.
Right.
For us to make a full circle,
It takes 24 hours for the sun to
for us to
Are you
rotate.
Sure? Mm-hmm. How do you know?
Well, I mean, it gets dark for a while and then it gets light for a while. So I don't know.
And the distance like with where we're tilted, that's how winter and summer happens from the distance to the sun. It's like you can't fight that.
So the pattern that keeps repeating, the common theme is controlling time isn't just about clocks. It's about like controlling the memory and the identity of the social order.
Right.
Right. So it's institutions influence calendars, holidays, histories. That's how they often will influence people to understand their place in the world, right? We do this because it's Easter. We do this because it's Sabbath or whatever. That doesn't mean that like hidden centuries or it's not like a time, like they're not manipulating time per se. It's not like time travel. They're just working on the memory, working on that history. So this kind of brings us to the Gregorian calendar reform. So
What's that?
this is what happened to influence our hypothesis that we're going to talk about after this like, little bit of like history information here.
Okay.
Okay. So in 1582, Pope Gregory VIII removed 10 calendar days to realign with the calendar with the spring equinox. Because remember how we said that they've manipulated time so much that they had to get back on track to when Easter was, you know?
Why Easter?
Well, it's a time that you can tell. It's the first full moon after Passover, whatever, something like that, after Passover. So they know when Easter is. So people in Catholic countries went to bed on October the 4th. And when they woke up, it was October 15th.
What?
They just took those days out of the calendar.
That's weird.
Yep. So because they did this, people thought that like time had literally been stolen or that their lives had been shortened and that they thought their landlords were cheating them and like the wages had disappeared.
Really?
So the British Empire didn't adopt the reform until 1752, by which point 11 days needed to be dropped.
God.
So I know it's all math too, like how many, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's very complicated with all that stuff.
So, I mean, they even had like protests and people with their signs that said like, give us our 11 days.
We want our 11 days, please. We're just peasants.
So the governments, erased these dates from the calendar, not the history, just the number of the days. So this is where we get into the phantom time hypothesis.
The what?
Phantom time hypothesis.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Does anybody know what this is?
No.
Has anybody heard of this?
It's essentially a time period in like year 600 where they think that 300 years
Just
are made up.
disappeared.
Yeah. That they basically kind of created this time period.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of different reasons behind it. But that's kind of the prevailing thing. So it would essentially mean that we're in like the year 1720, in like the 1720s, not actually 2026. And like certain characters and figures in history, I think Charlemagne's like the big one, is actually like a created construct. Like he's not real. That's the theory.
Yeah. So the dude's name is Herbert Illig or something like that. I don't know how.
Herb.
He's a German historian. He proposed this in 1991.
Yeah.
So it's pretty new.
It's pretty new.
It's not an old.
It's not an old hypothesis.
So, like Tyler said, he claimed almost 300 years of history never actually happened. Yeah. So he argued.
Bold claim.
Huh?
It's a bold claim.
It is a bold claim. He argued that the three powerful rulers that conspired to rewrite history, so the Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and possibly the Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII. According to this theory, they wanted Otto III to rule during the prestigious year of 1000 AD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they simply inserted almost 300 years into the historical timeline. So they just liked the idea that, hey, he was ruling during 1000 AD. It was supposed to be like a auspicious and preferential timeline or something, right?
Yeah.
So if we took those years out, it would mean that Charlemagne never existed. The Carolingian Empire was invented, and hundreds of years of medieval history were just fabricated. That would also mean that thousands of documents, buildings, genealogies, and artifacts were forged to support the lie.
Yep.
So that's where it starts poking holes in theory. So I think this theory is fun, not for the sense that I don't believe this theory.
Yeah.
However, I do think it's fun to question, because I truly believe at some point in time, I mean, history probably was manipulated, especially in medieval times and stuff, with majority of people not being able to read and write, and it was basically just the church writing everything and kind of telling them. I mean, they literally did that. Like, there's documented evidence they did that in the Bible. They told people that you had to do this or do that, like with the Catholic Church and indulgences and stuff like that. And they told them, this is what the Bible says.
Right.
To bring it present day, they're doing that shit now.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm like they're gonna, everything that we're living through and have lived through, they're gonna scrub this shit.
There's that word again.
If we survive, you know, like if something doesn't.
There's that word again. They.
Oh, control. Well, I mean, it's a control thing, but like, they'll scrub shit to make it. We're living through a time that we're like, kind of like, what the fuck? But they'll scrub it to be not maybe positive, but to like not be as crazy as it is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this theory, I don't believe the 300-year thing. I think when you look at the theory and look at the way it's written, you can poke way too many holes in it.
Oh yeah.
However,
well, they're supporting. The thing is they're supporting facts
that's what I'm saying.
Happened.
So I think it does point to the larger kind of questions, in the sense that, like, how much have leaders and people in power manipulated?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, definitely history. I mean, once again, my favorite saying is, you know, to the victor goes the spoils, or, you know, the idea that, like, when Winston Churchill said the whole thing about history will be kind to me, for I intend to write it. In the sense that, like, you know, the winner is the one who gets to write history, and so they can make it look very different in certain aspects. And
such
so,
a common theme across everything.
Yeah, 100%.
Religion, history, any of it, like
It's kind of a weird line to walk, though. You know, like, you remember a few years ago when they were taking down statues?
Yeah.
They were taking down statues of shitty people.
Yeah.
But they were taking down statues.
Yeah.
The same things that the emperors would do.
Like, it's kind of I want to preface this, like, I do not support the people that they took down statues of because of what they stood for, but it's an erasure of history.
Yeah, I think there's, so that's a hard line to walk, in the sense that,
very
like,
hard. Oh, 100%.
You're not, I don't think, I mean, sadly, a lot of people are celebrating these people. I don't think it's as much the celebration of it as is the history needs to be learned, like, because it's the whole, like, you know, you want to learn from your past mistakes type thing. And, like, even the whole thing, I think of, like, the Robert E. Lee statue and stuff. Like, Robert E. Lee, there is a fascinating history. Is it dark and bad? Absolutely. 100%. I mean, with all the stuff he did, but there is a fascinating history behind that guy, just him alone.
There's a fascinating history behind Hitler. I wrote when I was a drum major in high school. I'm a band geek. When I did that, my paper, we had to write for what we viewed the best leader is, and my paper was on Hitler because he was such a fucking good leader.
Well, yeah, you could argue he's like one of the most charismatic leaders.
Yeah, like, he really was, and saying, like, he's such a shitty person, but it's like to be able to do stuff like that. Like, he really is a shitty person. Like, you know.
But that just goes back to, like, the whole manipulation thing. And that's kind of what this, I feel like, deals with, is like, the theory itself, I think it's kind of horseshit. But, like, I think it does dive into the deeper thing of being able to manipulate the masses. That is not, that's the interesting thing, too, is, like, I will say it's probably, I don't know, I guess it's not easier to manipulate people nowadays, but it's weird how it's like, Well, here's my thing, because it's probably easier to manipulate people when they had zero information.
Right. Yeah.
But it is interesting how it's almost like we've tipped that barrier. Like we kind of hit the peak of just enough information, and now it's become
It's kind of overload.
You're overly informed.
Yeah.
And it's almost to
But-
the point where
Yeah,
what you have to
but
question what is
we're
real and what's
we're in
not.
a
Overly
new we're in
Does
a
that make sense what I'm
new
saying?
Yes.
we're in a new generation of it though with AI, because now people are overly informed with incorrect information
That's what I'm
because
saying.
they buy into
Exactly.
AI generated bullshit, and they're
Mhm.
like, oh wow, that's so real. Like, look at this
I
look at this
fell
picture.
for one. Remember that AI video that I
Oh, yeah,
sent you
well, I
guys,
mean,
and I
like-
thought this guy's hot.
Hold up, yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was
He
like,
was
you fell
not
for it.
real.
Well, a perfect example of it is I was literally on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, just a couple hours ago, and I saw where a political figure had died. And I was about to be like, hey guys, did y'all hear about this? And then I was like, wait a second,
Does
let
this
me click on
political
that.
figure live in Kentucky?
Is that Mitch?
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, yeah. Did
I
you
mean,
see that
I'm
post?
sorry, but he is brain dead.
But no, did you see
Motherfucker's
that
brain
post?
dead. I've not seen.
Okay,
I've seen
so
a bunch of posts though.
There was a post about it, and so I was like, oh, that's like, because I was like, I mean, kind of checks
He's-
out. Like,
yeah,
he's just
old
older
turkey neck.
and he's had some crazy issues. But
he
I had to click
literally
on
was
the
in cardiac arrest back. Last
yeah,
week.
but I had to click on the post to see if it was real, and then of course everyone's like, no, it's not real. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it is just, that is a constant feed nowadays, and so that's why. Like, I don't know if it's easier to manipulate back when there was literally no information, but it's almost like we're almost living in the same time period, in the sense that, like, the over information and the no
easy- it's
information,
easy to manipulate.
it's almost just as easy to manipulate.
It is.
It really
What's-
is.
What's crazy is now it's like it's getting worse for younger people too.
Mm,
Like it was
100%.
you know, like 2 years ago, floods happening, hurricanes happening, and you had these like, I don't care who you support. Actually, I do care, but you would have these like Trump in a fucking rowboat, and he's out here, and it's got a kid with a coat around it, and it's clearly AI generated. And like, look at what our Lord and Savior has done. He's out here in the depths of this hurricane, saving children, and these old people are like, bless him, he's our Lord, send. And it's like, this is fucking AI. Like, but now it's getting into a point to where AI's come so far that like I'm even. Kaylin's even, you're even.
That
you're
guy
like,
was so
holy
hot.
fuck!
I
You have to
think-
question everything.
I think, and
I don't
this
question it.
this
I
is
know it.
probably a
But
little off topic.
you're an AI overlord though.
I'm a what?
AI overlord.
A what?
You know, like
An
you're
overlord.
like you know AI very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably a little bit off topic,
AI.
but also too, I think the scary part with a lot of the over information,
Yeah.
it's amazing how desensitized
Oh,
people are nowadays.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
And now, once again, I know this is a little off topic, but
for sure.
one of the things, so there's two things that I always think of with this. One is, remember when Columbine happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world shut down. I mean, like, the United States shut down for like 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm talking like people were nervous about sending kids to school.
Yep.
Like, some schools like literally closed and were like, hey,
Closed.
we're going to wait and refigure how we do security. Nowadays, it is hey, this happened, and people talk about it for 2 hours, and then they're on to the next thing.
Well, we're kind of
Yeah.
numb to it. Though.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
desensitization of it.
Yeah.
And it's the same as, like, you know, whether you support the dude or not, the whole Charlie Kirk thing, when that happened, I have high schoolers that make jokes about that, like that call people, like that talk about the Kirk, or they call him Charlie or something like that, and they joke about it. I refuse to watch the video because, from what I understand, the video it shows him
graphic,
literally
yeah.
getting his neck blown, and so it's crazy that now, once again, whether you like the dude or not, the guy was assassinated essentially, and so, but it's crazy that there are middle schoolers and high schoolers that have seen that is, and they weren't shocked by it.
Traumatized, Yeah.
They weren't traumatized by it. Like, that is
Yeah.
crazy to me that we've become so desensitized with the over amounts of information.
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
I think back, I always like to think back to the way that things were, ancestral times.
To be. Yeah.
We would have never known about all the stuff that happens in the world.
Oh, no.
We would have known what happened to our neighbors or somebody 5 miles down the street.
Mm-hmm.
We would
And
have
it-
never known
if,
what
if
happened
we
in China.
if we found out what happened, it would have been months, if
Yeah.
not years later.
So
you know?
even with like the Venezuelan
earthquakes, stuff
it's
like that,
horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so desensitized.
Yeah,
Because we've seen everything.
To be fair, we're desensitized because we have lived through so much bullshit.
Being
as
a millennial
millennials.
in the United States.
Like literally, it is like every day I'm like,
we're gonna live like it's 1999.
make it stop, Grandpa, and he's like, "That's I hate it
too
here,
damn
Grandpa.
bad."
That's too damn bad." Like that's what it feels like, like.
But
it really is.
But I just think it's interesting how, like I said, I feel like it's a mountaintop or like a hilltop, and it's weird how like we're almost on opposite sides of like ancient times or even medieval times with no information, but we're just as we have so much more technology and information at our fingertips, and we are on the same sides of
it's weird
misinformed.
It's weird because it was
really
like,
crazy.
Going back to control, that being such a word that you just kept saying over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like we're still controlled. I mean, let's be honest, we are. That's the life that we live. We are literally, I was telling them about this earlier this week or last week, like we pull a report in the insurance world. It's called a vehicle sightings. Like we can pull where you have been. If there's a camera in the location, I can see where you were 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's creepy because we're controlled. That's just how it is.
Well, have you seen the new thing?
But now,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was going to say, have you seen the new thing they're going to try to, I guess they're putting in vehicles. Now, I don't know enough about this to be probably commenting on this, but I saw a thing where they're apparently trying to put in all new vehicles now where it's essentially like an AI reader where it can
read your eyes.
Well, essentially, read if
a
you're
lot
drunk or not. I guess is
Oh.
that's one of the things they're using it for.
Drunk. Well, they
Like
have
it's
a
like
lot of
it can
like,
tell if you're.
If
a lot of cars
something's
now
happening,
have
Yeah.
cameras in they're either in the dash or they're in the steering wheel that
They
will
do that
like
in Ireland.
it can look if you take your eyes away and you look down, it'll like say, "Hey, you need to be focusing on the road," basically.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can go with like my insurance.
Yeah.
I can
They do
do
that
the
in
safe
Ireland?
driver
Oh,
insurance
the
or whatever.
telematics, yeah.
Where they can know if
Does
I
that
brake
happen to
too
you?
hard or if I
Yeah.
do. It's I don't know. It's just
Yeah, telematics. That's what my insurance company. That's what we're based off of. Like we base.
Well, you're a
everything.
startup.
Yeah,
so.
we're a
Yeah.
startup. we do.
it's just
But it's crazy. But like now we're still controlled by it. But they didn't have the information back then that we have now.
yeah.
So they weren't able to make informed decisions. Now we're able to make informed decisions, but there's still so many people that just choose not to.
It's interesting too how a lot of this stuff when it becomes public knowledge, the government stops kind of giving a shit and they're just like, yeah, we're controlling. Like, I feel like it all started when Snowden.
Disclosure.
Oh.
When Snowden kind of leaked all of that stuff, and we found out that the government is actually spying on us, like
Yeah.
regularly,
Yeah.
and it's like ever since then, it's become more blatant to the point where it's like, well, you kind of already know, so we're
Yeah.
going to do it anyways.
Patriot Act, right?
Yeah, when when that
the
was,
Patriot Act.
but
Yeah,
that
literally.
was insane. I mean, that was a big thing. I mean, and that. I don't know. That I feel like that there was a shift where the government went from we're going to try to cover it up to the point where it's like, well, now, so
For your
guess
own
what we're
safety.
doing it.
For your own safety.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna listen to your phone calls.
For your
Well, what
own
was
safety.
what was the thing that Reagan said? He goes the scariest words an American here is American
I'm
can
here
hear.
from the government.
I'm from the government. I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Reagan said that was the
Yeah.
scariest
Yeah.
thing. And I'm like, that's very, very true.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So
He also said that one thing. This is totally off topic, but when he said the only thing that could unite the whole world is an attack from the outside. Aliens.
Is it ever from the
No.
outside though?
It's always.
you
from
can make
the
it look
outside.
like it's from the outside, if nothing else.
You can make it. I mean, but
Mhm.
does jet fuel burn
Melt
still beams?
beams? No, it don't.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Anywho, that's
So
Sorry, I know we got off topic, but
Right.
I think that deals though with the same thing of like the
Yeah.
manipulation part
it,
of it and stuff.
it's
It
the
does.
control.
Yeah.
It's literally the control aspect.
back to the time hypothesis, the phantom time hypothesis.
Uh-huh.
There's just obviously modern history and historians don't really agree with the theory, right?
Yeah.
And there's a couple of reasons. One, because astronomy ruins the theory, right?
Freaking astronomy.
It's in
Astronomy
my birth chart though.
can calculate these days backwards and with like remarkable precision.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we know where the sun was on August 30th,
Well-
1984.
That was the cool
Right.
part too. I was reading, like, that's one of the big things they poke holes in, because ancient, which I think is so cool that ancient people were able to do this, but like they can look at like ancient astronomy readings and stuff and like, oh no, that matches up with the timeline we have, so that's not real.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I just think that's a cool thing that like in ancient times they were still able to be that advanced, like with
Right.
the Chinese and the Middle East and stuff like that. Were able to. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, then, and back to what you were saying earlier, this theory would only be able to be legitimate if Europe was in a vacuum.
It's a very Eurocentric theory. That's one of the. I think that if nothing else, like there's there's carbon dating and tree rings and all that stuff. I think this is probably the number one debunking of this theory.
Yeah.
It is way too Eurocentric. Because, sorry, I might be stealing some of your
go for
thunder,
it,
but
please.
like I think, I mean, when you look at the Middle Ages, that was like the golden period of the Middle East. Like you had things like the House of Wisdom in Baghdad and all this stuff where they were keeping
Record.
ridiculous amounts of records. I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting too, because like looking at it in a historical perspective, we owe a lot of the Islamic areas in the Middle East for the records we have on ancient Rome and ancient Greece and stuff like that, because the majority of it in Europe was lost in the Middle Ages. Like I would say, well, I'm not going to give a number because I'm going to be way off, but a huge chunk of the information we have today, like through quote unquote European sources, they came from the Middle East with traders and stuff that came across the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have it without them.
It's like everything that we know about Irish mythology and Celtic peoples comes from somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
wild.
But yeah, like you mentioned, the tree rings and the carbon dating, that all debunks this. Also, ice cores, they contain those layers of years. So
Yeah.
the 300 years was not stolen from us.
Silly
But I
people.
don't doubt that
Yeah.
that months and days were stolen from us.
Well, yeah.
I 100% believe that.
Give
months
us our
and
11 days back
Give us our 11 days.
with our 6 counties.
Well, like when
Chuckiella.
when Julius
Yeah.
Caesar implemented the Julian calendar, he made like the first year. It was either like 100 days less or 100 days more on the first year, because it had to match back up. It had to basically realign.
Yeah, because there's 128 years within each day.
Yeah.
So this guy, this Herbert guy, whatever his name was, he was saying that they should have removed 13 and they only removed 10. So that's why there's 300 years missing, because the 128 years makes a day.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bunch of math. It's weird.
It's a weird,
Crazy.
yeah. But like I do remember, like the Julius Caesar, when the Julian calendar came out, the first year of the Julian calendar was like way different because they were trying to realign it, and so like there definitely has been changes.
Yeah, and that's why we have a Christian Easter, we have an Orthodox Easter.
Right.
That's why dates don't line up depending upon which calendar you use. I don't know.
I would say we're not living in 2026. I would say, like if we took the calendar we have now and we traced it all the way back, we're probably closer to somewhere. And like I'd say we've lost like 20 to 30 years. I'd say we're closer to the 1990s.
Do we have to worry about Y2K again?
Yeah,
Like the actual Y2K?
okay, so
What if that's a conspiracy?
Okay, well, so this is a theory that I kind of stumbled upon while I was reading this, and this is the interesting thing. So, and this is a whole nother can of worms we could get into later, but so one of the prevailing theories is that, like, the whole 300 years thing is probably bullshit, but a lot of people do agree that we're not 2026. We're probably somewhere different because of how much there has been days, weeks, months manipulated for leaders and things like that.
Yeah.
And so the idea is that we're probably closer to like the 1990s. Now, here is the interesting part about that.
Okay.
So I've not even been born yet.
The Mayan calendar,
Oh shit!
2012.
No.
So technically, we've not reached
We've not reached
the
the
2012. That's the big. I don't know if that really lines up, because I don't know if that matches up with like Roman
Interesting.
and all that stuff.
So what
but
does the Mayan calendar say?
The
well-
world ends in 2012.
well, okay, no, actually, it doesn't say the world ends in 2012. From what I understand, is like that was a big theory, is because the Mayan calendar had this huge advanced system, and they essentially calculated years and like hundreds of years into the future, and all the way to, they basically had built a so sophisticated a calendar that it reached all the way to the year 2012. Now, the prevailing theory is that it ends in 2012. Therefore, they theorize the world ends in 2012. What they more than likely, what most historians actually think happened was they essentially were like, that's far enough. Someone will probably pick it up.
Yeah,
But it's
Someone
now,
will keep it
but it's
going.
now become the world's going to end in 2012. So that theory kind of also ties in with, if we are living in the 1990s, there's like 20 more years before the actual doom that is the Mayan
Wow.
calendar.
Wow. What a world.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's real?
The hypothesis?
Do you think that we're actually in the 90s?
I have no idea. I've only been counting since like 1995. So
I do
who
think
knows?
I don't know what year we're in. I don't think we're in 2026. I think there's been too much manipulation of the calendar and things like that. But I don't think it's 300 years off. I think it's 20 to 30 at best.
Wow.
Would be my.
I think we're in year
Yes.
1.
Year 1? Jesus died last year.
I'm glad you didn't say year
Oh.
0.
Oh, he was born last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just glad you didn't say year 0
Year 0.
because
Wow.
there's not a year
There's
0.
not a year 0.
why?
There's a 1 BC and a 1 AD.
Mhm.
Why wasn't there a year 0?
There's not.
Year BC stopped at 1, went backwards.
Mm-hmm.
AD or whatever the new one is. It's not.
CE or AD.
Yeah, CE.
It's either Anno
Starts
Domini
at
or
1 and
Common Era.
then goes forward. So.
That's kind of dumb, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
dumb.
tell all those people, the historians that built that, they're dumb.
Go tell people like Plato and
But why did the year
Newman.
start over after 1?
Because Jesus was born.
It's a way to calculate just the timeline.
So,
So
He's just a kid.
well, Rome controlled everything. They still do. So,
Is that who they is? Anytime we
Most
say
of the
they,
time.
is that who it is?
I
I
would
think it
argue
all
yes.
goes back to Rome. Yeah.
I would argue yes.
All roads lead to
I would
Rome.
also agree.
I would say the world powers that are running everything, because no one will convince me there's not just a group of people running everything.
The elites.
Yeah, the
Which will tie into next week's podcast.
I was about to
will.
say the word. I was about to say the word.
Scared.
I'm scared to talk about that because I feel like if anyone's coming for us, it's because we released that podcast.
I mean, you know,
Luckily, we're just enough of
YOLO.
buffoons that they'll be
Yeah.
like, we're not taking y'all serious.
Yeah.
You think I'm a buffoon?
Yes.
We're all
Oh,
buffoons.
okay.
But I think like there are world leaders that are definitely pulling strings, and I guarantee you a lot of them have ties to the Roman Empire and the Holy Roman Catholic Church. and
did y'all
stuff
see
like
the
that.
list of like the summit that happens every 4 years or every so many
Davos,
years?
Switzerland?
The what?
The one in Davos?
Yeah,
Was that right? Davos?
I think it's Davos.
Oh, yeah.
With like, and it's like you've got like Broadway
Switzerland.
like writers and like all these people who meet, and it's like
Kaylin, you have to watch
It-
Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh,
After
I
we do-
know. You've been
after-
telling me this.
After we do
we were-
next week's
have to
podcast,
watch
we
what?
have to watch Eyes
Yes.
Wide Shut.
Okay.
It's called what?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Have you never seen it?
No, what is it?
oh, it's got Nicole Kidman
If-
and Tom Cruise.
This is just a disclaimer. If you like conspiracy theories and like world elites and people pulling strings, and you've
That's
not seen Eyes Wide Shut, you need
such
to watch
a-
Eyes
oh
Wide
my
Shut.
God, it's so good.
It is an
I'm so
insane.
surprised you've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
She's not allowed to watch it unless I'm in the room with her because I want to see her reaction when she sees it because it's so good.
Spooky. Okay. Well, that was fun talking about time.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any conspiracies about time or thoughts about time, email us at spiritsoftheroundtable@gmail.com. Or
Are you time itself?
are you
Oh,
time?
Are you time?
Are you
or-
Father Time? Give me a call if you're Father Time.
Father Time, Mother Earth.
Hey.
Oh, it's Father Sky.
Or hit us up on TikTok.
Yeah.
Or if you have a birthday.
And can y'all please?
It doesn't exist. Sorry, because time doesn't matter.
If y'all,
It's probably not right.
But happy birthday, anyways.
if y'all are listening to this, go look at our boy and his TikToks that he's filmed.
Oh.
His witch's brew and his.
Oh God.
I need a chip.
Yeah.
Okay,
I want a chip.
I've got so many questions. Well, I'll ask it off the podcast, but I've got so many questions because I just happened to click over. It was one of the ones you had made on the Green Man had popped up. the other day.
Yeah.
Green Man.
And then I was just kind of scrolling through because I'll check it periodically, and I hadn't checked it in a minute, and I looked. It's just a lot of Jacob.
So much chaos.
We have to.
There's
like,
one.
What's happening?
I bring the actual information, the knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And then we have to have some of Jacob to bring the silly.
chaos.
I feel like we
goblin.
should probably warn too if you do follow TikTok. I think there's going to be an overload when we go to Scotland because there's a bunch of
There
like
will be
100%.
there's
so
a bunch
many.
of videos
Because there's
I
already
want to
so
do.
many about Ireland
Yeah.
from my last
Yes.
trip. There will
Oh,
be
yeah.
so many
Yes.
Scotland videos.
Especially when we
Oh,
go see
when
that
we go
pagan
to- oh
plot
my
spot.
God.
You'll
I
start
can't wait
off
for
with
y'all.
like some mysterious music, and we'll say, "If the days are longer."
Dude, I can't wait for
Sure.
you and Jonathan and Jacob to visit the
See
pagan
the
spot.
pagan
It's going to
site.
Do you
be.
think I'll have an outer body experience?
Maybe.
I don't know, but it's
Do you think I'll have a black hat with a cat?
it's pretty incredible.
It's pretty incredible.
I can't wait.
I can't wait as well.
All right.
Oh, it can't be here soon enough.
So, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the deer outside. Okay, yeah. So, I think we've said everything we need to
Yeah,
say.
if you have a birthday, it doesn't exist. I mean,
We'll
time's
talk
a
to you
construct.
next week.
We'll
Thanks
see
for
y'all
being
next
here.
week.
Love
All
you.
right.
Bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.